Hey y'all, welcome to the Fill-In Station. It's a new day, another opportunity to either make money in this market or to just learn from the market. But first, let me give my disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I just enjoy teaching people how to build generational wealth. And yes, the stock market is just one of those avenues. So this video is for educational purposes only. But if you could please like, share, subscribe, y'all, we learn and we grow together. With that being said, let's get started. So we are looking at AMD. We closed at 264.33. So where the trouble places, right? Something has stopped us in this area here around the 260.42. However, I did have this 261.05 as a support area. So will we bounce from here? That's important to right here. So let's see where our trouble places are back to the upside. Again, we would need to get back above that 261.05. We could possibly have trouble again, 262.36. Breaking that level, we could possibly have trouble 263.62. Should we break that level for AMD, trouble places somewhere around the 264.80 area, and should we break that 264.80, y'all see that ATR trailing stop is kind of forming really close to that area. Breaking that, however, 265.77, breaking that 265.77, we can say something stopped us around the 266.70, and breaking that, something stopped us around the 267.16. So breaking that, we could very well come back to this 272.04 from yesterday, I do believe. Yes, yesterday 4 o'clock candle. So yeah, so those are possible areas of resistance for AMD as of right now. Now back to the downside, let's say we break under 259.59, we could possibly find support somewhere around this 258.55. Now breaking that 257.61, and should we break that level, for those who use the moving averages or the EMA, 257.13 is our 200 EMA as of now on this 30-minute chart, breaking that level 255.55. And should we break that 253.94, breaking that 253.94 for AMD today, 251.90. And if we break that 251.90 today, 249.42 is a possible area of support. Now breaking that 249.42, we see the next level is around the 243.91 area. Keep in mind, we could very well get stopped out anywhere in between this area here. So if AMD is something that you trade today, y'all, I said often mark your levels. Once it goes against your why or your reason for getting in the trade, get out, right? So we are looking at Meta. We closed at 751.67. Do you see this candle here? To where the high of this candle on yesterday was 685. Yes, 685. No, 756. Yes, the low of the candle is 685.11. Yes. So where are the trouble places for Meta, right? So I'm going to see if I can make this a little bit clearer for us today. I'm going to see if I can get us back to more visible. Y'all, there we are. So I'm going to move this here. So as of now, you see we found support right at a level we kind of knew we could possibly have trouble, 679.85. Let's look back to the upside, y'all. 681.46, breaking that 682.86. 683.96, 685.28, breaking that 688.16, 690.80, and breaking that 692.34, breaking that level 693.36, and breaking that 694.21, continuing to the upside 695.25, and breaking that 696.81. Those are possible areas of resistance for Meta as of right now. Now back to the downside, if we lose this area here of support 679.85, we could possibly find support again 678.70, which is around this area here. Breaking that not far away, the 677.96. Now breaking that 675.90, and again here at 673.45. Now breaking that 673.45 area, 673.45. Should we break that 671.64, and breaking that today for Meta 669.41? Should we break that level 667.38? Could be an area of support for us. Breaking the 667.38, I have 665.79 as a support area, and breaking that 662.82. Keep in mind we could very well get stopped out anywhere in between this area. So if you are trading Meta today, those are possible areas of support and resistance, and that is an bear flag here, so we can very well continue declining. Again, not financial advice, y'all. I say it often, mark your levels. Once it goes against your why or your reason for getting in the trade, get out so that we can live to trade another day, right? So we are looking at NVDA. We closed at 207.04. It's been trading in this little gathering spot or the consolidation area, right? So as of now, support is around, let's say, this area of 204.67, somewhere around that area. So back to the upside, we will need to get back above 205.91. We could possibly have trouble again at the 206.87. Should we break that level, we could possibly have trouble around the 208.21 and breaking that level 209.16. Should we break the 209.16, 210.91, breaking that 210.91 for NVIDIA today, we could very well come back to. I'm going to mark the top of this. Why? Because price, yes, that area 212.04, the high of this candle was 212.19, but there were some sellers there to bring that back down. So I'm interested with where the body of the candles are, 212.04. Now breaking that 212.04, we can continue making new highs for NVIDIA. Right now, let's look to the downside, back under, let's say we break under this 204.26 area. The next level I have is around the 203.49, breaking that 201.95, and should we break that 199.95, breaking that area for NVIDIA today, 198.69, that is the 200 EMA, breaking that 198.03. Should we break the 198.03 today, we could possibly come back to 195.95 and breaking that, have that 194.50, breaking that 193.68, and again here at 192.95. So again, if NVIDIA is something that you trade, I said often, y'all trade carefully, right? So let's go look at the SPY today. SPY has been interesting and making new highs at that, right? So we closed at 687.39, and it seems to be trading in this gathering spot here. Support is around the 684.88, and we can say resistance is here around the 686.51. So that would be the zone that the SPY has been trading in as of now. So should we break this area of 686.51, we could possibly have trouble again, 687.23, and breaking that 688.15, breaking that 688.15 area, we could possibly, I'm going to go to where these candles are here, we could possibly have trouble again somewhere around the 689.02 and breaking that 689.45, breaking that level. We can use that ATR trail and stop at 689.78, and if we should break that level 689.78, we can continue making new highs, right? So back to the downside for the SPY, let's say we break back under the 684.88 area, we could very well come back to I'm going to say here at the 684.02, breaking that, we have 683.75. Y'all see that it's very close to our 200 EMA on this 30-minute chart. However, breaking this level, 683.85, we could very well come back to 682.96, and breaking that brings us back to 682.12, which appears to be a gap on the daily chart that will need to be filled at that 682.12 area. However, breaking that, the next level is really close, 681.91, and should we break that, 682.03. If we break that 682.03, I'm going to remove this. Yes, 682.03 here, we could very well come back down to the 678.47 and fill that gap, breaking that 678.47. I have 678 and breaking that level 676.68. So should we break that for the SPY today, that 676.68, there's another gap down here around the 675.65, and I'm going to remove that here so that I can see those numbers. Let's see. If we break this area of 676.70, 675.65, that's a lot, right? So breaking that 674.38, and as you can see, there's a few layers of support down here to the 672.66. So SPY has a few gaps that need to be filled to the downside. Does that mean it's going to happen today? No, sir, it does not. It just means that there's a gap to the downside. That's why it's so important that we mark those levels and make sure we can have an idea of where our support and our resistance is. So we are now looking at Tesla. And I say it so often, y'all, Tesla does what Tesla does, right? We closed at 461.51. As you can see, we found support here at this 456.93, 456.01 area. We found support here at 456.01. We can say our resistance is here around the 458.24. Back to the upside, if we break that level, 459.07. Should we break that level, we could possibly have trouble again. 460.02, breaking that level. 461.13. Should we break that, 462.14 is right at that ATR trail and stop. I love to see this, y'all. Just simple support and resistance, in my opinion. Now breaking that 462.14 for Tesla today to the upside, we could possibly have trouble again at 463.45. And should we break that, the next level I have is 465.20, breaking that level. 465.70 and breaking that level. 467, we could possibly have trouble at that 467 area. Now breaking that area for Tesla today, the next level, 469.82. Keep in mind, we could very well get stopped out anywhere in this area here. So breaking that 469.82 area, we have 471.06 and a few layers of resistance up to the 472.11. So if you're trading Tesla today to the upside, those are possible areas of resistance. Now, for support, as you can see, this has been our level here, 456.01. Breaking that, we could very well come back to 454.30, which is where our 200 EMA is as of now. Breaking that level puts us kind of where the 453.49, which is the 5 EMA on the daily chart at where it was, let's say that, right? So somewhere around that area, we could very well find support again, 453.49. Should we break that, 452.65, and breaking that, 451.60. Should we break the 451.60 for Tesla today, 450.05 could be a support area. And should we break that, 449.31, let's say we break this 449.31 for Tesla, 448.87 and 448.29. Breaking that 448.29 for Tesla today, the possible support could be around 447.29 and breaking that 446.30. So if you're trading Tesla today, I say it often, y'all, trade carefully. Tesla is an inside day candle. As of now, it's just consolidating or creating that gathering spot, as I like to say. As of now, we should break back above the 465.70. We have an upside target for Tesla today at 467. Now to the downside, if by chance we break under this 452.65, we could very well come back and reach the target of 451.60. So again, if you're trading Tesla today, it is an inside day candle. I say it often, mark your levels. Once it goes against your why, get out, right? Make sure you have the discipline to get out. So again, this is what I see when I look at the market. Y'all, I say it so often, there's so many different ways to trade the market, and what's challenging is trying to figure out the strategy that works best for you and for you to have the discipline to execute your plan, making sure that you have a plan before entering the trade. So I hope that everyone have a very profitable and a very productive day today. Again, if you could please like, share, subscribe, y'all. We learn and we grow together. So until next time, be blessed as well as a blessing unto others.